Welcome back to Western New York Living and the Big Whack Radio Local Business Spotlight segment.
Welcome back to Western New York Living. As I look back now, I know that I picked up a few traits that I carry from both of my parents. I'm sure my kids will do the same someday. But when it comes to driving, it's important to instill good habits, traits at a young age. This morning, we're happy to have with us Jeanna Cellino from Cellino Law and Walter Rooth III for the Law Office of Walter Rooth III this morning to discuss this topic here. It's important that parents set some good habits here, Jeanna, and we probably don't know our habits until our kids might say something. How do we set those good habits for our kids to follow?
Yeah, it really is super important. I have 3 boys myself. None of them are driving, thank God. But a universal thing for every parent is that you don't want your child to ever be in a car accident. So one of the easiest things that you can do is never be on your cell phone while driving. All kids love to be on their cell phone, love to be on their iPads, and just showing your kids that you don't text and drive, you don't take phone calls and drive unless it's through a Bluetooth. That really is probably the easiest thing that they will relate to.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to say I'm guilty of this. I've picked up my phone at a stop, even at a stoplight, Walter, and my son will be like, "Dad, put the phone down." I'm like, "Oh, you're right." But that's even important. Even at stoplights, no.
Absolutely, because the kids do what you do. They don't do what you say you want them to do. At least that's been my experience.
And that's where they pick up those habits. The mindset of a kid too, the way we drive, it might deter them from wanting to drive someday, right?
That's true. That's true. I mean, it's important to instill good habits in them so they carry through with those good. And you want to be a good example to your kids, which is sometimes difficult, but it's necessary.
Yeah, Jeanna, when kids start to drive here, or parents, should we consider safety classes? Is there a way we could maybe brush up to help our children?
Safety classes would be great, absolutely. I will be honest, I have not taken any safety classes or brushed up on any safety classes myself. But what I do when I'm driving with my kids, if I see something, like for example, somebody expressing like road rage, not letting somebody in on a lane and like icing them out, I'll say, "Boys, did you see right there? Maybe an accident didn't happen, thank God, but I'll say, boys, that car should have slowed down and let that person merge safely. Instead, they created a potentially dangerous situation." Or if I see somebody change lanes too many times, I'll say, "Boys, look at how erratic this driver is driving." And I try to give them these little mini classes while I'm driving and point out what is safe and what is not safe.
It's a great idea to do that, Walter. And when we've all seen aggressive driving out there, it's probably important that we don't drive aggressively.
Absolutely. And I echo what Jeanna says. And also pointing out people who are on their phones, excessively on their phones, and you're like, "Oh my God, I don't want to be away from that car because that's an accident waiting to happen."
Yeah, it certainly is. And it's important to remind our kids what's at stake. Driving, it's not a right, this is a privilege. And Jeanna, there are so many things at stake. You guys see it every day in your work where people's lives are changed dramatically. Yeah,
horrific accidents. And it can take a split second for someone's life to be completely changed and completely ruined. Especially here in Buffalo, New York, where our weather is so different and it changes all the time. It's not even just driving the speed limit, teaching your children that in the wintertime, you have to drive even slower. When it's pouring rain and you really can't see, you've got to drive slower. And the importance of reaction time. My kids will be like, "Mom, look at this," and wanting to show me something that they did at school. And I will always say to them, I can't take my eyes off the road, because I want to instill with them that 1 second could change someone's life.
Yeah, it's certainly true. And Walter, preparation is also key, and probably showing our kids how to prepare to drive. It's not just getting in the car and go.
Absolutely, absolutely. And taking your time with them and being patient with them. Like my daughter was going to merge the other day, and she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I should have merged then." I go, "You're responsible for the safety of everyone in the car. You turn when you feel comfortable turning."
Yes.
Because it's a big responsibility, and they should be aware of it.
And us drivers should be aware that maybe she's not ready, like the other cars, right?
Right, exactly.
Driving defensively, what a concept here. Yeah. Because again, you folks are here to help people if they are injured in an accident, but accident avoidance is something we all can practice better so lives aren't devastated, as you mentioned. Great advice here from the personal injury attorneys at Cellino Law. They represent injury victims throughout New York State. If you've been involved in any type of personal injury or accident, Cellino Law can help. And for more information, you give Cellino Law a call at all H, you know the number, 888-888-8888. You can also go to the website, CellinoLaw.com. And for the website for Walter Rooth III Law offices, it's walterlruth.com. And you can see his office is located in Buffalo Street in the village of Hamburg.